We've been working closely with the city the last couple of years on improvements to the skate park, the expansion, and improvements to Baker Creek Park. But West Quesnel has had our challenges over the last couple of years. The road construction of the summer of 2016, and there's a lot of vacant commercial space in West Quesnel as well. So how is the city able to help us with business sustainability for West Quesnel moving forward?
So Deb was asking the question about West Quesnel and the businesses in that community. So I'm wondering what you would have to say to supporting business initiative in West Quesnel.
Yeah, and of course the biggest issue that we've had over in West Quesnel is the sense that West Quesnel is our lower income area, and it's our area that has the least investment in it, and a high crime and all of that, right? So the first thing that we've had to do is invest in the land stability issue over there, because that's the number one impediment to people investing in their homes or their businesses over there if they're in the slide area.
Yeah.
So we just are in the process of completing phase 2 of that investment. So all in, about $20 million will have been spent in order to stabilize that slide area. And touch wood, it looks like it's working. We'll be taking the new data that we have from 2016, which was a very wet year. We'll be taking that to the public very shortly here and showing them that we are making pretty substantive progress in stabilizing that slide. We still need a few more years of data to justify opening up the opportunities for people to invest, to renovate their homes, rebuild, and some of the businesses over there. The other piece, though, that we're trying to do is to invest in West Quesnel, to get more people over there to do more things and to understand that West Quesnel is a great part of our community. So this year there's an old rink, an ice rink over there on Lewis Drive.
That's right.
Yeah, so we'll be investing in that. We'll be turning it into an all-season hard court surface. So 3-on-3 basketball and long court basketball, lacrosse. The roller derby girls want to go over there and use it for outdoor practice. And then the investments will also make it a better rink in the winter. And we've also targeted it. We have a city building over there that we currently use for storage, that we would like to then replace that with more of a community center. So that whole Lewis Rink area where we took the brown cabins down over there as well, that will be a revitalized area right beside the community gardens. The other piece, and it was in the clip with Deb, is the skateboard park. So we have already put out a request for proposals, and we have an engineering firm and a skateboard design firm that will be redesigning the skateboard park, and it's our intent to invest in that. That's the beginning of a complete reinvestment in Baker Creek Park, because as part of the West Quesnel Land Stability Project, we've got all the land around the Elks Hall on the other side of Baker Creek from the Baker Creek Park and where the skateboard park is. So we now have a planning exercise we're going to do this year to replan Baker Creek Park on both sides of the creek. And ideally, we'd like to join the two with a new pedestrian-only bridge, so pedestrian and cyclist bridge that ties people into our riverfront trail so they don't have to go up on to Anderson Drive and cross there.
Creating one of those sort of stopping points.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we've talked with Deb, can we do, there's a bit of a natural amphitheater in the area behind the Elks Hall. Could that be a natural kind of staging area? Because Deb is phenomenal over there at working with the business community to run evening events and trade shows and all kinds of stuff. So can we enable that? Some washrooms in that area as well, and then making sure that park is a safe place, well lit, and that people will congregate there. And it's probably another target for another playground once we get through the ones that we've got. So we'll develop that area. But as part of our official community plan process, that West Quesnel, the Anderson Drive area, is explicitly targeted for us thinking about how we redesign it, do some housing densification. So some of the commercial space that she's talking about that stay empty all the time is a mismatch between the kinds of franchise investments that you get in a community and the space that's available. And unfortunately, a lot of that space was built before a lot of these franchises that you see all over the place were coming into small towns like ours. So that they don't often like that kind of space. So the question we're asking is, can you take some of that space and turn it into housing? Can you get some densification along Anderson Drive that's housing that brings more customers inherently into the businesses that you do have there, the restaurants, and then into the West Park Mall?
I see.
So we'll be engaging the West Quesnel Business Association in that dialogue about the official community plan and get a 3 to 5 year plan for more incremental investments over there. I know that Deb wants different sidewalks. She wants us to do our flower arrangements differently, different crosswalks. We've added a couple of new crosswalks there. So, but do them differently and, you know, bring them up a little bit and pizzazz and some painting and so on. So, and we're all in. We want to do that with them. And as I said, as part of our downtown investment and part of our River Trail investment, I think West Quesnel will benefit from that as well, because it's such a short walking distance, and if we tie those two areas in together and get people moving back and forward, then both of those business groups will benefit from that.
Certainly, and that ties in wonderfully with our topic, which is sustainability, right? And that balance through all aspects of the community and the segments and the different groups in Quesnel, and basically having them provide a unity to the community.
Absolutely.
That seems so essential nowadays, right? And it's wonderful to hear the initiatives that the City of Quesnel are doing to become more sustainable as a whole.
Absolutely.
So, Bob, if some of our audience would like to get more information about some of the topics that we've been discussing, or about the City of Quesnel in general, where could they look?
Well, my email address is simple, mayor@quesnel.ca, and all my contact information is on the city website. Our Economic Development Officer, Amy Reed, is always happy to answer questions about a lot of our initiatives. She has our branding initiative as well as our community economic development initiatives. And I think most people who have engaged our staff at City Hall, whether it's Tanya down in our development services or our city manager Byron, or if they have tax questions talking to Carrie, they find that our staff is really helpful on that. So just visit the city website. All of the contact information is there, and most of us will be getting back to you very, very quickly to answer your questions.
Wonderful. And thank you very much for being with us
Happy
here
to
today,
do this.
Bob.
Thanks.
Great to meet you. So if you would like to provide any questions, comments, or ideas for Upfront, please contact us at our website here. That is shawtvquesnel@sjrb.ca. Thank you and good night.